Hey, welcome back to Universal Chronicles, where we use every avenue, every resource to learn life's lesson. Every book, any book, movie, TV show, social media, meme, um, pretty much whatever. Life experiences. So, real quick, I was thinking, I'm a student as well as a teacher, right? You are a student as well as a teacher. And anyone that you cross paths with is a student as well as a teacher. The earth is our school, right? And so we all, at some point, all the time, are playing either the student or the teacher. Well, really, kind of at the same time. Because while you're learning a lesson, someone is being a teacher and teaching you that lesson. And that can look any kind of way. That can look like betrayal because you learn a lesson in how to set boundaries. That can look like them just taking, and you're learning how to pour more into yourself and love on yourself more. I mean, it can look a few ways, a lot of ways, as far as learning a lesson and them being the teacher. So a lot of times when people hurt us or betray us, there is a lesson in it for us. And at that point, they are the teacher, right? At the same time, while they're being the teacher to us, we're being a teacher to someone else, right? There could be things that we do that others don't agree with. And in that moment, there's a lesson for them. And in that moment, you are the teacher. We all have our part to play. So let's just say the earth is the stage and we doing the performance, right? Sometimes in performances, people wear masks. They put on costumes, right? And then you have some, they just, you see who they are. So everyone has to play their part. And really, sometimes we can be considered the hero, and sometimes we could be considered the villain. It just depends on the view of each individual. It depends on their perspective, right? So, yeah, I don't think it's necessary for us to continuously just hold on to certain things that happen to us, because once we learn a lesson in it, it should be something that we just let go. We take the lesson and we leave the rest. Because at some point, we're going to have to be a lesson for someone else. And it could be something so pure, but they don't view it that way. They may view it as a bad thing. They may not see it as pure, right? You could try and have the best intentions and be pure about your intentions, but people who already have tainted hearts, their perspective is going to be tainted no matter how you try and present it, or how you do it, or how pure your intentions is. If their heart is already tainted, the lens of their eyes, the way they view things, is going to be tainted. But yeah, the earth is the stage. We doing the performance, and everybody got to play their part. I do what I can, what I'm supposed to do, and as I do what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to run into people that we may not necessarily always agree. There may be a little, back and forth, some bumping the heads, but I'm going to learn something from them, right? Or they from me, vice versa. We all learning and we all teaching just by being who we are. So even if a person is a karmic or considered a bad person, they still have their part in teaching an individual something. Again, whether they're teaching them how to be more aware of their surroundings, whether they're teaching them how to, discern. Because if there was nobody to teach us how to discern, how would we cultivate the gift of discernment if there was no one to teach us how to discern? If there weren't different energies or different personalities to interact with, how would we learn the things that we learn, right? How would we cultivate them? So, it's just something to think about. We are all students and we are all teachers, and that's not going to change. And we should not think just because a person live a certain lifestyle or they a certain type of way that we can't learn something from them. It could be something as simple as, loving yourself. It could be something as simple as organization. I mean, there's many things that we can learn from each other, if we kind of, put the ego to the side, um, and let one another be. That don't mean we always have to agree. That don't mean, we have to be interact with certain people all the time. But there's time when we come into contact or cross paths with people, and it's for us to learn. And in that lesson, there is a blessing, So I just want to share that with y'all. We all are teachers and we all are students. You know, we just got to be open to learn a lesson no matter who it comes from. Have a good evening. Peace.